This is video number 4 in the Financial Stress and Money Mindset series. I'm really excited about today. It's a really fun topic. I mentioned the 1,000-piece puzzle. We're going to take actual action steps now towards your goals. And last week I was helping to prepare you, and the week before that to prepare you for last week, and so on and so forth. And first I want to talk about what we did to get up to this point, because it's important, just a little reminder. I originally talked about going to Disneyland, and we have the old-fashioned map, the paper map that we hold out and we look at, and well, the map is useless if you don't know where you are on the map. You need to know you are here, where you are on the map relative to where you want to go, so then you can plot your route and navigate the way to get there. And the same, really, it's the same with a navigator, an online navigator, a digital navigator on your phone or a GPS or in your car. If it does not have the connection, if it's not connected to a signal in some way or another, knowing where you are, it can't actually plot your route. It needs to be connected. And a lot of things, we need to be connected to the internet to know where we are. And if we're not connected, we cannot plot our route. And the same thing goes with manifesting. If we're not connected, we can't plot our route. The you are here on the map, it's the awareness practice. So if you've been doing your awareness practice, if you've been practicing sitting and going into your breathing and your body sensations, and then you've been really sort of focusing on, well, looking into what are my goals and what's the essence of my goals? Why do I want my goals? What's really behind them? What's the governing factor that's motivating me to want these things in my life, to achieve these things, to make these changes? What will I get from them? What will I gain? Who will I become? If you don't know these things, then, well, we can't really do this step today. So if you haven't done them yet, that's okay. You could just listen along and then back up and do the other videos. But the awareness practice is vitally important, because if we can't connect to you are here, we don't understand our emotions. We don't know what our intuitive faculties are telling us, and that's really important. And so for today, it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. Now, you've got a big puzzle. You see the picture right on the front, and it's the horse puzzle, and there's the fence and the barn and the grass and all the stuff, and you see some chickens in the background, and you start putting the puzzle together, but something's really weird. It doesn't make any sense. And it turns out to be some mountain scene. The puzzle got all mixed up, and everything in the box is different, and so you can't actually manifest the horse puzzle, because you're not actually putting those pieces together. You're putting some other pieces together. You have to actually be very specific to get the horse puzzle and be putting together each piece, one step at a time, to become the sum total of all of the pieces, the grass, the fence, the chickens, the barn, and the horse, to become what you saw on that picture, that vision of what you thought you were putting together in the puzzle, what you wanted. And so the 1,000-piece puzzle, this is our manifesting puzzle. This is our tool. It's not an example like the map. That's a really good example, the map to Disneyland. But this puzzle is a really powerful tool. Now, it's a blank puzzle. There's nothing on the puzzle. You look at the box and there's nothing on it. There's no horse, there's no mountains, there's no mountain stream, there's no building, no car, no whatever. There's nothing on it. It's just blank white. And this is perfect. We've got a blank canvas. And the puzzle, any puzzle, you got to start with a piece. You put all the pieces out, but you got to pick a piece, and depending on the way you do it, it's always a piece of the puzzle that you connect with another piece. It's one step at a time, and you kind of put the puzzle together, and what happens is you get a little piece connecting to a piece over here and more here and a few clumps, and pretty soon you can move them around, and you connect this clump with that clump, and all of a sudden it starts to become something, and it gets quicker and quicker. Well, with this blank puzzle, now we take the list of what our goals are, and we take the feelings of what the essence is. We've sat and we've done the awareness practice. We're connecting to our body feelings and sensations. we're starting to manifest in our mind, imagine achieving that goal. What is it we really want? We're connecting with the feelings, and we sit in our awareness practice, and we're connected to our body feelings and sensations. And so we step back from the essence of what our goal is, and that's the first piece on the puzzle. It's a blank piece, but then when we imagine this is my goal, okay, we go into the feeling, what is it I want? Okay, this is my big goal right up here, but I'm right here. And we know that if we can't handle here, we can't handle there. That's beyond where we are. So we need to first handle here. That's where the awareness practice is, where we can start being with what we feel, start to be in the moment, breathe through what's going on in the moment. And we're going to go into that more in another video. But as you practice being here, and now you got a sense of where you want to go, and you're manifesting the idea in your mind by using your imagination and feeling, and you got the essence of it. Okay, what's the first step I can do? Now this is my big goal, but what can I do today, that first step? Like the whole puzzle, the whole box of all the pieces, that's your bigger goal. But there are 1,000 steps in that box. So the first step is the first piece of the puzzle, and it's blank. And now as you sit and you imagine, you go into the essence of what you want, and you imagine and go into the feeling of achieving it. You feel it, you see it, you smell it in your full body and imagination. Now you're actually, in a sense, imprinting on that first piece of the puzzle what your goal is. The essence of your goal, that feeling, that's what imprints upon your subconscious mind. And so now you ask yourself, what is it I can do right now? I'm going to let go of the bigger goal and go with that first step of the goal, the first piece of the puzzle. What can I do today that moves me in that direction? It could be the smallest thing. It could be just cleaning something up on the floor, just feeling better about yourself to move in that direction. It could be something you need to apply for something for, or maybe you need to learn a skill, or maybe you just need to walk in a particular direction because you want to go somewhere. You start living your life with these goals as a training ground. What's the first step? Okay, well, I want to go achieve this goal and build this thing. Well, do I have the materials? What is the thing? Well, if I don't entirely know what the thing is, I need to research it a little bit. Oh, there's my first step. I'm going to start researching what it is I'm wanting to build. I'm going to go on YouTube or something and look for some resources and look for some information, some pictures, and start learning about it. That's the first step. Okay, so now you put the essence of that into that first step, and that is your whole goal now, that one first step. You put that one step down. Okay, it seems like the essence of my goal. I take that step, and then you go into your feelings. Well, how did that feel? Yeah, that feels like the right direction. Was the essence of my goal in that step? Yes. Okay, that's good. Now you celebrate the success. It's hardly anything. You just did a little bit of research, but celebrate. 1,000 successes that you celebrated and acknowledged become a lot of successes, a lot of self-empowerment and self-confidence, and that's what builds it. If you wait until you get the big goal, you've worked in your butt off all the way to get there, and you've never given yourself any credit, so you're really not going to have any credit to yourself when you actually achieve it. You're probably going to criticize yourself. So you accomplish that first step, give yourself success, pat on the back. That was great. Okay, now what's the next step? Well, I'm starting to lean towards this kind of plan, this kind of thing I want to build. I like this design. Okay, what is it I like about that design? I'm going to learn more and go a little deeper. That's my second step. Okay, my second step. Does it have the essence of the goal? Yes, it does. It feels really good. I'm feeling good about that. Okay, so you take that step. And you can only take one step at a time. If you try and step too much, just try and walk across a bunch of rocks that are laid out across a garden pond and take too many steps at once. You end up in the water. You got to mindfully take, your balance, and you take the one step and make sure you're fully on the second one, and then put your weight. Okay, the next stone is good and solid. Okay, now I'm on the next stone. You don't jump ahead, and you're not where you were anymore. You're where you are now. Okay, where do I go next? The next step. So each time, okay, what's the next step? Now I've got a really good idea about what I want to build. Do I need to draw a plan for myself? Well, then that's the next step. So then, okay, what's the essence of my goal? Yeah, and you bring that and those feelings, that level of excitement and interest, into it, the essence of your goal, the full bigger goal, you bring what it is I want. I want to feel good about myself and something that I've accomplished, so I can look back and, wow, that's really great what I built. So you bring that great feeling of enjoyment and satisfaction and curiosity and interest, and you have to think and plan, and you bring that into that step. That's the essence of your goal. But you're not working on the end goal, you're just working on the essence of it in the step that you're at right now at that level. That's your goal. And then each step, incrementally, you ask yourself, okay, did I complete the step? I did. Was it at the essence of my goal? Actually, I kind of feel like I got distracted today, and it really wasn't the essence of my goal. So, okay, well, that's a success as well, because I just acknowledged that, oh, yeah, I was procrastinating, I did something else, got distracted, it really didn't feel good, and I caught myself and I noticed, okay, if I really want to achieve this goal, I'm going to get back on track. What's the next thing I can do? Well, I can then take the next step, and I can kind of go into that and plan what the next step is. So I'm going to need some materials now and start to play with this and practice a little bit before I build it. Well, you then, okay, where's the place I'm going to go that makes most sense? Okay, that's my next step. Then you go with excitement, and you go and you're looking and you're fully present. You're doing your awareness practice, you're breathing, you're present, you're engaging with it. You're not criticizing yourself in your mind, or if you are, you notice, oh, there's a part of me that's doubting what I can do, or it's trying to distract me. Okay, go back into my breathing, ground myself. What is it that I really want in my life? Yes, the essence of my goal. Not feeling bad about myself. No, it's this feeling of accomplishment. Okay, so, and every time I do that, I'm shaking the camera a little bit there. Sorry about that. So you go into the essence and you get yourself back on track, and you talk to yourself and mentor yourself through it, and then you go to the next step. Now, once you get up to 300-400 steps, you've gotten quite a ways along there. Interestingly, whatever energy you put in every step, that's the sum total of the puzzle you built. If you put in a whole bunch of pig pieces into the puzzle, expecting to see a horse, you're not going to see a horse, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to see a pig at the end. So what are the pieces you put in your puzzle? Are they aligned with your goal? If they are, 1,000 steps of alignment of your goal, the puzzle is complete, and every step is being filled with interest, curiosity, enjoyment, stretching you in ways of, wow, you had to learn things. You every single step, and you stop before you move to the next one, go, did I complete it? Was it the essence of my goal? Yes, it was. And you start getting excited that it was the littlest thing that you did, but you celebrate your success. You start practicing success steps in time. They start changing and growing and creating self-confidence that I am somebody that can complete something. I am somebody that can be successful because I practiced it 1,000 times. And after 1,000 steps in that puzzle, you practice confidence and completion, follow through. You've gotten sidetracked and brought yourself back on track. You've practiced success, acknowledging success, congratulating yourself, celebrating, going into really good feelings of, wow. Whenever you get into negative something or distracted, you've pulled yourself back and you feel good about that. You've built self-confidence, success, completion, and by the end of it, you're a completely different person. Every step has been the essence of your goal times 1,000. 1,000 times of feeling great about yourself. That's manifesting. That's the power of really moving a lot of energy. But if every step you criticize yourself, you didn't feel good, you got distracted, and this isn't very good, I don't like this. When you complete it, even if you manage, which is very unlikely, if you manage to push yourself through, it'd be 1,000 steps of not feeling good, 1,000 steps of criticizing yourself, 1,000 steps of, oh, this is terrible, 1,000 steps, I wish I was doing something else. Well, guess what you get at the end? You don't feel good about it. You get 1,000 times of feeling crappy about yourself. So you've basically manifested a lot of work, a lot of intention, a lot of energy into not feeling good about yourself, spending your life doing something you wanted to do, but every single step along the way you didn't enjoy it and you just feel bad. And so you need to do something else to try and feel better. And then you just beat yourself up more along the way, and that doesn't go very good. And pretty soon you give up, or you just keep trying to achieve more goals and never actually celebrate success. Do you get this? Do you get the idea of this 1,000-piece puzzle? Okay, things are going to come up along the way. I want to go into that. Okay, the feelings and emotions and how that energetically helps us align with our goal. How we use the frequencies and vibrations of the universe, of life itself, to help us move and slingshot us in that direction, to open up the energies to attract our goal. What we practice is what we get. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sit with it for a while. Make sure you do the awareness practice. And down below, if you're having challenges with getting into your emotions, how to deal with them. If you're struggling with the awareness practice, there's a free mindfulness series down there. The link is there. It'll take you to my website. No sign up required. It will really help you through these steps to create the groundwork to be able to manifest your goals, to then be able to put a house on a solid foundation. And as well, down below, there's the link to the whole series on my website. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, pass it along. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and I wish you an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.